Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, it's Josh, and here we have Game 2 in a best-of-3 series played between EG, LzGaMeR. EG, of course, stands for Evil Geniuses. LzGaMeR is the red Terran over here on the left side of Lost Temple. His opponent today is Liquid Rhett. Rhett is a Dutch Zerg player, moving to South Korea to play in the GSL 3. He's the blue Zerg down here on the bottom. And they're going to be fighting each other for our amusement, and I am going to talk about it for your amusement. It doesn't really amuse me that much to talk about it. Well, yeah, it kind of does. I probably wouldn't do it if it didn't amuse me some degree. But Rhett showed some pretty cool stuff in the first game on Metalopolis. He had a lot of Infestors. LzGaMeR had a lot of Thors. The Infestors neural parasited the Thors. And lots of fun was had by everyone, except for LzGaMeR. And LZ looks like he is going to try to do some walling off maneuvers here. He didn't actually do that on Metalopolis, which surprised me. But Rhett, if you don't know anything about him, I would say his strongest suit recently has been his macro. And of course Zerg is the race you want to play if you're really good at macro. Pretty much builds a bajillion units. He gets maxed faster than anyone. Like, that's what Day9 and DJ Wheat said actually at MLG. He just hits 200 like at the 9-minute mark or something like that. And LzGaMeR, very good Terran player. Really a big fan of mech play for the most part. This time he is doing the very standard Terran build. Instead of getting 2 barracks really quickly and no gas, he is getting 1 barracks and a refinery at the normal time. Probably will be getting that orbital command pretty quickly once that barracks finishes. And Rhett is going to take his natural pretty quickly this time. Last time he sort of started to do that and then doubled back when he saw a barracks in a strange position at the bottom of LzGaMeR's ramp last game. So hatch first, followed by the spawning pool. No extractor yet, so don't know if he's going to be going Roach, Speedling, Baneling, or what have you yet. I have not seen this replay, so I'll be delighted to see what Rhett chooses to do. And LzGaMeR is going to be scouting over here to the bottom already. He saw this Overlord. I'm sure he saw it. It's just floating there. If he didn't see it, he sees it right now, so you know, he knows where Rhett is. He's just going in to have a look at what he's doing. He is going to see this hatch, of course. Not going to send the SCV up to look at the spawning pool. That's kind of interesting. Maybe he's just hiding that SCV, but oh yes, he was hiding the SCV so he could build a bunker, but Rhett sent a drone scout at a wonderful time to be able to fight off that SCV and now fight off this bunker. And of course that's an extremely annoying thing that Terrans can do. They can just drop a building, don't even have to finish it, and it still just sits there waiting to be killed off. Oh, Rhett pulling 4 drones total to handle this. His hatch is up, the bunker is down. I believe LzGaMeR canceled that. Would be a silly waste of 100 minerals if he didn't. Instead, it's just a waste of, what, 25 minerals? Yeah, I believe you get 75% back. But Rhett has his expansion up and running now. His spawning pool is ready. His extractor is up. He's saving that gas. Oh, there's a Reaper! Oh no! Rhett, what are you going to do against a Reaper? The bunker obviously was meant for the Reaper to hop inside, but didn't quite work out for LzGaMeR. These 2 Lings, of course, gonna just be absolutely slaughtered by the Reaper. Oh, Queen pops out at a great time to chase that Reaper up onto the cliff. Is LzGaMeR gonna try to rebuild a bunker? It doesn't look like it right now, but Rhett is gonna have to be careful with this Queen if he's gonna be able to pick off this Reaper without losing any more drones. Looks like he did lose 1 drone and 2 Lings, and that's about it. Reaper's still alive. Actually, a second one joining him now. He hasn't done anything just yet. He's had 0 kills. But LzGaMeR has 2 Reapers in Rhett's base, so Rhett needs to be able to handle this. Another drone goes down there. You can see its little bloody remains on the creep there. He might want another Queen. No, instead he's going to build a Roach Warren. He's going to have to be very careful protecting this, as, you know, Reapers do quite a lot of damage to buildings. That would be 30 damage to buildings each. And another drone gets picked off, another drone gets picked off, another drone gets picked off. 4 drones just slaughtered by these 2 Reapers. At least 1 Reaper was killed by this Queen. Now this other one left with only 35 health. What is LzGaMeR doing in the meantime? He's hiding his hurt SCV. Has not built any more Reapers. If you look at the production tab, it looks like he's getting Siege Tech. He's already got a factory with a tech lab on it and is now getting a starport. So tank drop might be next in line for LzGaMeR. Roach Warren is finished now. That last Reaper can't really get in on the drone lines anymore. These Queens basically defending the hell out of them. And Here he comes again for another stab at the drones, but these queens moving, descending on him. He might get one more drone kill if he can put some distance between himself and this queen. Spinecrawler's forced to come down for red. He probably didn't want to have to build a Spinecrawler. Oh, and with this Overlord spotting, the queen just, slaps that Marine in the face up the side of the cliff and destroys it. Did I say Marine? I meant Reaper. If I said Marine, I apologize. Anyway, LzGaMeR expanding now after the 1-1-1. He's got a tech lab on everything except for the starport. He gets one Viking out pretty quickly so he can start sniping Overlords. Always a fun thing to do as Terran, get that first Viking out, maybe even two, and just go Overlord hunting for a while. There's a pretty good window there where Rhett is not going to be able to do anything against that. He does have his lair up now. He is getting ventral sacks, so he will be able to do some drops later on. He's getting a second and third gas there. And if we look at the worker count, he's at 40 drones already. 40 drones against 28 SCVs. He just never stops droning. And look at his actual army. 3 roaches. That's it. 0 lings produced. Just roaches. The Viking did score that Overlord kill over the cliff. Sorry if you wanted to see the Overlord pop. LzGaMeR is moving now with 2 tanks in tow, and he did get siege tech completed. This Overlord, of course, is going to be toast. No real reason to watch that. He's sending a couple of roaches, so he might have even seen this medevac. If he did, we'll see what he chose to do about it. He is getting a Spinecrawler in place already. Pooping creep up here, not gonna matter really, but Spinecrawler, second Spinecrawler coming up as well. Ventral sacks just so quick, anticipating these tanks being dropped perhaps, or just planning because they're these close flying positions. And now a Viking is out. This queen is going to be able to defend them a little bit. The tanks of LzGaMeR are sieging up now. And is the queen going to kill the Viking? Yes. Are the tanks going to kill anything over here? Perhaps. Ventral sacks are done. There are roaches loaded up in this little guy. The medevac is still alive. He doesn't want to pull his queen over there to kill the medevac and risk it being blasted by these tanks, so he just drops the roaches right on the tanks. The medevac is trying to pick him up, and he does actually manage to do that. So now LzGaMeR knows that Rhett has drop potential. So he's going to probably try and defend against that as best he can. He's building 2 more factories right now. He might want to start getting an engineering bay and some turrets, or at least setting up some defenses in his base. There's an Overlord here with 3 roaches inside its belly. Where is he going to go with it? Is he going to drop them, or is he going to alter direction there? I don't know what he's doing there, just dropping them, picking them back up, practicing his micro perhaps, but now it looks like he is probably going to drop them here on the side. 2 more Overlords coming, but none of them have anything in their bellies. He is going to get a free SCV kill there right now. So what targets will Rhett choose while he has a little bit of a free reign? There he runs straight toward the SCVs, kills 1 on gas, kills 2 on gas, 3 on gas, making up for those Reapers that hit him earlier. Kills 4 SCVs there. There's even an Overlord just watching the front to make sure LzGaMeR isn't counterattacking. Oh, LzGaMeR does have a Thor up now. He stopped building siege tanks after those initial 2 and started making a Thor. Looks like Marauders also coming out for him, and Vikings to take care of Overlords. So LzGaMeR responding to Overlords and Roaches with Thors and Marauders. Not a bad combination. And double Evo Chamber coming for Rhett. We saw that in the last game. Oh, look at this sneaky expansion way over here on the right side. I almost didn't even notice that. There are 2 extractors already coming. I want to try and catch up on everything he's doing right now. 7 drones being built, another queen. Upgrades, range upgrades. Make sure you notice that. Zergling speed and Roach speed. So Rhett doing all the upgrades he can think of right now. This Overlord may or may not live to see another day. This queen is going to be here to defend against this Viking. 1 more blast, yes, does kill off that Overlord. The Viking's going to have to run away. He might be killed. No, he's not. Before roaches up inside the guts of this Overlord, if we look at the units, does that seriously say 87 drones? 87 drones against 34 SCVs? Good lord. So now we see why Rhett is able to max up so quickly. He has 84 drones and 3 bases. That's ridiculous. But this Overlord pops, no, with 4 roaches inside it. That was not a lot of blood for an Overlord and 4 roaches, but he definitely had them in there. That just sucks for Rhett. But great, that's very good for LzGaMeR, obviously. He's got a Thor, a few Hellions, a couple of tanks. Another Thor here defending in the main mineral line. Looks like Rhett was getting a Spire up just a second ago. Yes, he's... no, that's a Spinecrawler. That's a Spire. So Rhett is going to be wary of tank drops and Thor drops. LzGaMeR has to be wary of any kind of drops, roach drops specifically, and he is going to try and expand up here to this island. Looks like a Viking did come up here and kill an Overlord that was pooping creep, perhaps. Oh, Rhett actually also taking the top spawn expansion. That is kind of interesting. LzGaMeR has an SCV up here. Why he sent him right here and not right here, I will never know, but he totally misses that expansion from Rhett. That's crazy. Oh, and he does scout out the super hidden expo over on the far right where the infestation pit is located. Rhett starting to move now. Look at his army. It's 142 out of, he's in the red. Vikings just killing Overlords constantly throughout this game. Oh, there was a drop over here. 4 Hellion drop. Quad Hellion drop, but Rhett is very quick to get his drones moving. He doesn't want to lose those. That is a blue flame aliens too. Actually, LzGaMeR loses 2 Hellions really quickly there, but he does torch a lot of drones. Drones surrounding blue flame Hellions. You don't see that often, but since they were able to get us around there, the Hellions didn't actually kill too much. And Rhett has eyes on this expansion. It is becoming a planetary fortress, not an orbital command, so Rhett knows this is up here. But not really much he can do about it while it's a planetary fortress. So Rhett quickly trying to load up here and get on the move to stop this planetary fortress, but it is already finished, already has mules there. Don't know that 8 roaches are going to be able to take on a planetary fortress. In fact, I'm pretty sure they won't, especially with any kind of repairs going on. So Rhett not going to be doing that, I hope. LzGaMeR moving now with his Thors, Hellions, and tank. Will Rhett do a roach drop up on the cliff and kill this refinery, or will he just drop it in the mineral line and snag a bunch of SCV kills? Yes, he is getting a few SCV kills. LzGaMeR a little slow to respond here. There, finally he pulls his SCVs. Roaches scored a few kills there. This supply depot is probably going to go down. Thor's targeting the Overlords first instead of the Roaches, but the Roaches now being gunned down, of course. LzGaMeR moving with a few Hellions up to this top expansion. He is seeing it now for the first time, but he kind of figured something was up, I suppose. All these roaches now coming to respond to that so that he doesn't just lose this expansion needlessly. And lots of drones are killed there, but if you check that out, he's still at 74 drones against 44. That's just a huge, huge number of workers, and lots of roaches there to defend. Check out this balloon, this cloud of Overlords. I can't even see Rhett's army underneath. Looks like a bunch of roaches and speedlings are there, though. I'm not sure what happened to all the Thors of LzGaMeR. Here they are at the natural mineral line. He's expanding again over to his gold, even though he hasn't broken down the rocks yet. Shouldn't be too hard for him to do. Rhett actually has done the same down here, and he's on 4 bases. Is he mined out at his main? Not quite, so Rhett's still doing quite well here. Greater Spire just finished, actually. He did get up to a hive after that infestation pit finished. He's getting some corruptors now. Probably going to be making those into broodlords very soon. He's at a count of 5 right now, so he could be making some broodlords soon. Lots of Thors here, just tromping around. Notice they are not Collector's Edition Thors. I'm a little disappointed in any very good Terran player that doesn't have the Collector's Edition Thors. That Corruptor just gets slaughtered, and Rhett is just transferring drones up here. I don't know if it's on purpose or what, but 4 drones just running right here, probably all going to get just destroyed. Not to mention these Overlords that are just casually hanging about. Sorry, I'm having a burp here. There we go. But lots of speedlings and roaches moving now. Kill off that Hellion, kill off a second Hellion. LzGaMeR's army is kind of disjointed. These big slow Thors moving around the top side weren't able to defend from the bottom side. Now we have Broodlords finished. There's 4 Broodlords here. He's morphing 4 more. He's got another... Man, he's got a bunch of Broodlords, actually. 6 Broodlords moving, 7 Broodlords, 8 Broodlords, another Broodlord just hanging out with these Overlords. He's got a bajillion Broodlords, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, and the Thors and Broodlords start attacking each other here. All the Roaches move down into the front lines. It looks like the Thor's priority is on the Broodlords. I see a couple of Roaches dying, but really these BLs keep taking a brunt of the damage, but all these little broodlings here doing so much damage. Look at, they have 1-2 upgrades, roaches at 1-2 as well, so everything just doing a ton of damage here. Broodlords are the only thing not at 1-2, but all these broodlings and roaches just sweeping through the army of LzGaMeR. No Thors left. There is one Viking trying to save the day by killing off these Broodlords, but another Viking pops out. I just don't think LzGaMeR has the ground forces necessary. Look at this huge mass of broodlings. That's so many. And he's not even going to lift off his orbital command. That's going to get destroyed, of course. There's actually no ground-to-air or air-to-air for Rhett right now. It's all just ground damage. But this many broodlings and broodlords is going to be impossible to stop at this rate, even with a couple of Vikings out. So LzGaMeR not looking good here, losing all those Thors in that big encounter. Just fast Broodlords really for Rhett. It is around the 20-minute mark, but still, that's just the number alone is too much for LzGaMeR to handle. Now it's at 200 food against 55. So good series for Rhett, not such a great series for LzGaMeR. Looks like he might like Thors a little too much. I'm not sure what he could have done differently there throughout the series. Maybe more emphasis on siege tank leapfrogging with bunkers and turrets and things like that. At least would have forced Rhett to try a different tech route. But Roaches and Broodlords pretty much take the series here in the first game and the second. Well, Neuroparasite obviously had a huge part in the first game, but Broodlords and Roaches in game 2 for sure, shutting everything down. And he even had Ultralisks on the way again. Man, Rhett is just a monster. Look at all these bases he had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just all over his side of the map. LzGaMeR couldn't quite keep up. Thanks for watching the series, and I've got more to come in the very near future.